Before we get started today, I want to cover a couple things. For one, I just want to tell y'all the story that I told y'all about the young 17-year-old guy. That is a true story, and the guy is really now doing time in a maximum security prison. He actually was locked up in this prison, but he's doing time in a maximum security prison. And all the evidence that they presented, it just seems real odd, you know, how they convicted him and the evidence didn't even make sense, you know? So I just wanted to get other opinions and see, was it just me, you know, just feeling like that was just ignorance, you know? It to me, it seemed like the husband killed his wife because it wasn't a robbery. They found $1,200 still in this woman's purse. That wasn't a robbery, you know? That was the husband hiring somebody, you know, to murder his wife. That's what I feel happened, you know, and that's just my opinion. And the second thing I want to cover, guys, I make these videos between 21 and 25 minutes because every time I go over that mark, the video comes back with an error. And I've tried to figure it out, and I know it's on YouTube part. And then even if it do succeed to go through over 25 minutes, it be pending. I've been uploaded the video an hour ago, and then it be pending on YouTube's part, you know. So I found when I keep it within that time limit, it goes through, and I want to get these videos to you guys as fast as I can. So, you know, those are the things that I wanted to cover. Let's get into the video. Sleep late, lose weight. We go to child, we go to workforce. Okay, this particular day, we at workforce don't seem like we could do nothing right this particular day. Even the smallest things seem so complicated. It seems like we can't get the tires on correctly. Everybody in there sweating, it's hot as hell, you know, so we constantly like in and out all day from detail and carpool. It's frustrating. Everybody frustrated. Everybody aggravated. So I'm knowing something gonna go wrong today. We ain't been in carpool a good 40 minutes before you see Box Homeboy just run on Dennis. I mean, he run on Dennis. He don't give Dennis time enough to even put his hands up. Dennis just in a ball damn near under the workbench table. Just boom, 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 boom. And he just beating the man, kneeing the man in his face, kneeing the man knocked out cold. And he's still kneeing the man. We all had to stop him. Be like, man, you gonna kill this dude, man. I mean, we knew he was Box Boy, and Dennis had hit Box with a crowbar. This dude really fucked Dennis up. Now you got Doc trying to revive Dennis. I'm running to the bathroom to get tissue paper to stop some of the bleeding, man, because we don't want to have to report this to the guards. Like, man, bro, I want to be out my cell today, man. So I get Box Homeboy, and I'm like, man, come with me, let's go take a smoke. So we head around the shop to go take a smoke. I'm basically just taking him away to try to calm the situation down between him and Dennis. So when we get to the motherfucking shop, they got CO Buddy in there beating the fucking inmate. He beating the inmate, punching the inmate, hitting the inmate with the nightstick. He just sprayed the inmate with the mace. The inmate in there, oh. And all you hear is CO Buddy saying, don't you ever disrespect me fucking again. Don't you ever disrespect me, bitch. Don't you ever. We all knew from the jump CO Buddy had a little fucking mental problem. Nobody really fucked with CO Buddy. We knew he was throwed the fuck off. So whatever this inmate did to CO Buddy beat his fucking ass. If he disrespect you, put him on lockdown or something. But you don't beat his ass the way you beat his ass in there. So seeing that ass whooping happening up in there, we hurry up and shot our ass back out to carpool, telling them what happened in that bitch. So we get back up in there, I'm like, man, CO Buddy in there. Boom, 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 boom. Dennis had an attack Box Boy. They at it again. They going in this shit again. We let they ass rumble for a minute. Because if we keep breaking them up, they going to keep doing the shit again. Nah, they fought until they tired they stupid asses out. After that shit calmed down, we all went back to work. And I finished telling them what happened with CO Buddy or whatever. And then, you know, the guards came in. Work day over. We wrapped it up. And they took us back to the tier. We walk in the tier and the guard locks us the fuck back in there. Everybody in there got on shoes. I don't see one single pair of slippers. Everybody got on shoes. That means everybody is on guard. Something's about to happen. But all of a sudden I hear Doc say, oh, there you go. And that's Pedro that came back in. So we run up to Pedro, dapping him down, hugging him, telling him we happy, he good and shit. We all just head up to fucking Laco cell. So as we walking up to Laco cell, you hear Pedro say, man, everybody been in here hollering about, man, they done released Buck Nasty back up in this bitch. I'm like, Buck Nasty? Who the fuck is that? And he point, and I look, and it's this little dude about 5'4", but he big as a motherfucker, and they call him Buck Nasty. So apparently, he been in the hole since I've been at this prison, and now they done released Buck Nasty. So as I'm walking up the stairs, I can remember me just looking at him, and he chewing on the end of a pen. He just chewing this motherfucking pen like it tastes so good. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this dude, you know, and I'm walking up here, I'm like, man, this nigga gonna be a problem. So we go up to Laco shit, and we chilling for a minute, shooting the shit with Pedro. And we all just decided to go gather up all our shit right now, and we all going to take a shower, you know, so we can get that out the way, and we can go downstairs and, you know, play some cards. So we gather up our shit, and we head to the shower. Now, when we get to the shower, it got people in the shower, you know, more people than we normally have when we go take a shower, because we trying to knock our shit out, you know, as soon as we feel like ain't that many people in there. But when we get in there, you got Tattoo Dude, you know, he at the first shower when we get up in there. So, you know, we like, all right, let's take our shit and hurry up and get the fuck up out of here. So everybody go to putting their shit down and gathering their shit up. And it seemed like soon as I turned the motherfucking water on, I see Tattoo Dude, and it's the first time ever in my life I seen this. I seen Tattoo Dude come from under his tongue with a razor blade and walk a little bit, maybe like 2 showers down, and slice this fucking dude up. I mean, he cut this dude every fucking which way. All you see, every time he swing, you will see lashes come across dude's face. And you will see, Tattoo Dude was swinging that bitch. He cut this dude up. Oh, help me. Oh, help me, somebody. They slipping and falling in the shower, busting their ass and shit. Tattoo Dude steady getting up, steady trying to cut this dude. Everybody start running the fuck out the shower because they don't know who Tattoo Dude gonna cut next. You got inmates beating on the door for the guards. I mean, they beating and beating and beating and beating. Guards ain't coming to the motherfucking door. They had to beat for about fucking 20 minutes before the guards finally come in the door. By that time, Tattoo Dude gone, dude laid on the motherfucking floor. Guards come up in here with that bullshit. Who the fuck did this? Who the fuck did this? Everybody just looking like, man, I don't know a motherfucking thing. So one of the guards tried to rush out and go get the first aid kit, and he slipped and bust his ass in the shower too. So finally, he comes back with the first aid kit. They patch your boy all best as they fucking could, and they takes him the fuck out, and they locks us the fuck back in this bitch again. So when we walk back in there, it got blood everywhere. I remember Doc turning on the motherfucking shower to rinse the blood out, let the blood rinse down the fucking drains. And we get back in that motherfucker, take our motherfucking shower, and gets the fuck up out of there. So we go walk to find a bench. Doc go run to his cell to get the cards, and he come back and we sit down and we start playing fucking cards. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in this bitch still got their shoes on. And when I tell you, you can feel the tension in the air, it's like the stare down game. Everybody staring down everybody. You got Monroe and them like 2 benches away from us. They whole little crew sitting there and they just staring us down and we staring them down while we playing cards. So while I'm staring at Monroe and them, I see Third and Cass Boy. He creeping around. They ain't none to the wiser. They hadn't even looked behind them. He creeping up, start poking Bowinkle. He just started poking Bowinkle, but while he poking Bowinkle, he drops the weapon. And Rocket picks up the weapon and starts jugging him. And while all this happening, Broomfield had then ran to the door and started beating on the door for the guards. And this the first time I ever seen them come straight off in this motherfucker. They came straight off in this motherfucker, ran to where Third and Cass number was, and Rocket still poking him and crying because Bowinkle had got stabbed, and the guards cracked Rocket across his shit. Clow! And he hits his head on the metal motherfucking table and bounced the fuck back like a rag doll. And while all this going on, the guards trying to get control of the situation, the assistant warden come in, restrict their movement, restrict all movement. So they makes all of us go back to our cells and lock us the fuck down for the rest of the day. Sleep late, lose weight. We all go to child, we all go to workforce. So now this particular work day at work, we all in there working, we all having a good time. Then we see about 6 or 7 inmates leave and go to the back of detail, and they back there smoking, getting high. I mean, they just smoking like they at home and shit. They getting loaded. So we continue to working and shit. They get high, they finish that. They try to clear out the little odor or whatever and shit, and they come, they does it with a blower. That's how they get rid of smoke, with a blower. You know, so they get high and they come back to work and we working, and then suddenly you hear a dude say, oh, the whole fucking jack then slipped and the fucking car then fell on the fucking dude. So we all rush over there. We trying to twist the jack and crank it up, but the jack is a hydraulic jack and the jack won't hold no pressure. The bitch keeps slipping back down. We tell us, go get help, go get help. So they go runs and get another jack from detail and put that jack under there. It then lifted up, but they ain't put the jack under the car right, so it then slipped and rolled a little bit and fell back on the dude. He can't even breathe no more at this point. So everybody running, trying to go get help. The guards come running. So the guards grab 2 mounts to position under the car. They put it under the car. We jacking it up, and they get the mounts in position, and they pull a dude from under the car, and dude's body looks distorted. Dude is fucked up. So they ready on. They need so they ready on for the proper help to come. And you see all kind of medical workers come running, and they trying to help dude and give him the treatment he need. So when they roll dude out, it just don't look good because dude ain't moving at all. It don't even look like his chest going up and down and his body fucked up. And the guard's like, what the fuck happened here? I need statements from everybody. Everybody right now. They hand everybody incident slips, and then they go take everybody and puts us in this small ass cell again till we write out these incident slips. Because at this point, they don't know if somebody dropped it on him on purpose or if it was an accident. So they just trying to figure out what the fuck happened. But what the fuck really happened is they took their stupid ass back there and got high and didn't inspect the fucking jack. And that jack was, Ben had a tag on it saying it had been put out of order, but they used the fucking jack anyway. They didn't say he got high because ain't nobody gonna rat and tell the truth. 83% of the inmates in this prison use fucking drugs. And that's almost the same shit on the street with y'all youngsters. Most of y'all get high before y'all go to work. And if you get hurt on the job, their insurance ain't even gonna cover you. So finally, about an hour and something later, they comes to the cell, work day over. Work day over? They done killed the work day. And they takes us back to the tier. So we get back to the tier. When we get back to the tier, it's kind of like a lighter mode because you don't see so many shoes. Now, it still got people that got shoes on, but it ain't like it was the day before. But when I walk through there, I immediately spots Big Juco. He had Queen Sugar in them cell, look like he going up there to get more drugs. Now, we all back in the tier, mad as a motherfucker, because it's early as a motherfucker. So I'm like, man, I'm about to go get the chessboard. So I go to my cell and get the chessboard, and we sit at that middle table playing chess. So as we playing chess, we hear Queen Sugar and Big Juco arguing. Bow, bitch! Pow, pow! Queen Sugar wearing Big Juco ass out. And before you know it, the whole Queen team stomping him against the fucking railing. And they stomp his ass till they knock all the fight out of his ass, and they drag his ass to the inside of that cell. Big Juco in some motherfucking trouble. And once they drag him in the cell, you still hear, bitch, stop fighting, bitch! Turn that bitch over! Ha! And I wanted to give you youngsters a vivid picture of how fast this shit happens. So if you think this shit gonna happen in slow motion or you gonna have time to do something with 8 or 9 people holding you down and beating you and turning you over, that's what they did to that boy up there. All because he wanted to credit drugs. And these are true facts. So all you hear is Queen Sugar, Muffin, and the whole Queen team take turns on that boy for about 2 hours. And he's screaming to the top of his lungs because they ain't showing him no mercy. His brother's gone. They waited good till his brothers left them. Medium Juco was giving him money, so he ran out of money when Medium Juco got stomped and robbed. And he started crediting from Queen Sugar, and Queen Sugar knew this. That's the bait game. He was baited in with that, go ahead. Go, So while all this shit happening to this man up there, everybody went back to what they was doing like that shit wasn't even happening. Because in prison, you mind your own business. Or you get yourself caught up in some shit like that. You can't save everybody. Especially if they don't want to be saved. So everything kind of calmed down and everybody back doing what the fuck they was doing. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you hear, yeah, bitch, nigga, last time you got down, yeah, that shit happened on some fluke track shit. Boom, boom, boom. They bumping. Jugger Man and Buck Nasty, man, they throwing each other, slamming each other. These dudes is the two strongest dudes in the prison, and they hate each other. And apparently they hadn't got into an altercation that got Buck Nasty sent out here in the first place. And that was before I even got to this prison. They teared down for about an hour and something. That was a fight. When I tell you everybody just stood back and watched and nobody broke these two big silverbacks up, ain't nobody getting in the middle and want to catch one of them licks. We just let them woe they self the fuck out. And when I say them licks was hard, they hitting like a ton of bricks. And right after that shit happened, you seen Robin sitting at a table playing cards with another dude, and Monroe walked up to him and say, bitch, what I told you? I don't want you talking to no motherfucking niggas. Get your ass back to the motherfucking cell. Robin now has no control over his own life in this prison no more. He done let them niggas turn him into property. And Robin got his ass up and took his ass back to the motherfucking cell. Cause he knows something worse gonna happen if he don't do what the fuck they say. You they property. Sleep late, lose weight. We all go to child, we all go to workforce. So this day at workforce, we having a wonderful, wonderful time. Now back in the 80s and the 90s, we had that shit called pop lock. Everybody in there pop locking and shit. You know, niggas just clowning, we josing, we having a good time. So while we all in there pop locking and shit, Sergeant Larry walks in there and looks at Chanson and say, come here, motherfucker. Now Chanson like, hey man, if you don't bring your motherfucking ass. Now Chanson done been with us and seen what Sergeant Larry do. So he trying to find every excuse in the world not to walk out that door. But ultimately, he walks out that door. Man, I can see the look on this guy's face. He just looks fucking, man, distraught. So when they walk out the door, we all start talking like, man, should we go see what he do to Chanson with her? And everybody like, man, I like Chanson, bro. I don't really want to see. But ultimately, we end up walking out there to go see what's going on. So we get up to the shop. Pow, you gonna do it, motherfucker. Come on, take him off. Yeah, I'm piling the dramatic zone. But I kid you not, Sergeant Larry went inside of Chanson. This man hollered and screamed. Now, this was excruciating. I won't even attempt to make that hollering sound that he made. So we all head back. Because see, when you're in a position like that, you feel helpless. You know what I'm saying? You angry. You want to kill him. But it's your life you putting on the line. You can end up being up in this prison for the rest of your life. Who gonna make that decision to kill Sergeant Larry or to hurt Sergeant Larry? We just some convicts that's lying about all this and want to hurt a prison guard. We don't want to obey authority. See, when Chanson come back in carpool, he don't come back like everybody else. He comes back in this mother, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. And we all looking at each other because we want to go help him and grab him and be like, man, it's all right, bro. But we don't really know where he at in his head right now. You know what I'm saying? He could take it out on us too. Wrap it up. They take us back to the tier. Now, as we get back to the tier, you see all kind of shit going on in this motherfucker. Everybody's hyped. Ain't no fighting or nothing happening, but everybody's just hyped, so we know something to fucking happen. So they puts us in this bitch and they locks us in here. So I goes up, I see Baby Charles still psyched the fuck up. And everybody like, while we passing by, man, Baby Charles just sent all Muffin the fuck out of here. Baby Charles just jugged Muffin the fuck up. So I really want to go holler at Baby Charles, but I'm looking at Baby Charles, and Baby Charles look like he got some pure evil shit in his eyes. So I don't really even go fuck with him right now. You know what I'm saying? So we all gather up our shit, and we go hit the shower. And then we comes back out after we take our shower, and we sit down and we play cards. And Baby Charles come walk over to me and whisper in my ear, yeah, we got that bitch Muffin out of here. We about to get all them bitches out of here. You serious? Baby Charles serious. Baby Charles ready to send all them bitches out of here. Baby Charles playing chess. Okay, this was part 2 of the rowdiest days. And I ain't gonna even lie, this ain't even the end, but it's only gonna be the part 2, and we gonna move on.